Hello, Namaskar. I'm Preeti Prakash. Today we want to talk about laughter humor. As it is said, laughter is the best medicine. It peps up your mood. It de-stresses you. Many times where you're in stress. When you're in a bad mood, somebody comes and tells you a joke, or you watch a comic strip, or you watch a comic act, or for that matter, even go to a stand-up comedy. You're pepped up, and suddenly de-stress. You feel you go de-stressed. Also, laughter and humor has another quality. It's supposed to be a very positive thing. It relates to positivity, as it is now so much talked about by counselors, by lifestyle gurus. Laughter, when somebody laughs or makes you laugh, that positivity that comes in you is very exuding, and the person is taken as a very pleasant person, a very he or she tends to get adorable because of that positivity in the person, and the humor that he or she comes out with. These days we are having laughter therapy. There is yoga, which also has laughter yoga sessions in it. So all that to just bring positivity into you. Laughter and humor has also taken another shape these days, which is come in the form of stand-up comedy, and it's becoming very popular. You've seen comedy films, you've seen Kavi Sammelans, for that matter, used to be about humor, about hasya. Now we have stand-up comedians who are again have taken the society by storm. Today I have with me one such star of stand-up comedy, Harpriya Benz.
Thank you so much, Preeti, for a lovely introduction. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. So, Harpriya Bates, she needs no introduction. Her humor is, she's at the best of her humor. She's too witty, she's funny, her one-liners are absolutely hilarious, and she can leave you in splits. Her comedy also has a USP. They say, as I was just reading about her. So her comedy, she highlights the absurdity of Indian patriarchy and the societal expectations in it, which make her so unique to what the scenario is these days. It's very contemporary for that matter. So let me just dive in with Harpriya Bains and to talk to her about stand-up comedy and about herself.
Thank you.
So nice having you, Harpriya.
Thank you, Paisha. Thank you so much.
So just before I was coming here to talk to you, I just scrolled through your social media websites where you are very popular. You have quite a subscriber base and a viewership of more than a million plus, I think.
Yeah, ji.
And a subscriber base also of about 40,000.
Yes.
So that is pretty popular yardstick. But interestingly, your social media handle, which is Insta,
हाँ जी.
basically Insta first, it says that you are a comedian and a CEO HNA, which you describe as cribbing, exhausted, overworked housewife and mother.
Yes.
Then your YouTube says that your inspiration of comedy comes from the daily life of an average Indian housewife
Yes.
and a mother,
Yes.
with a pun intended against the hypocrisy of patriarchy.
Yes.
This is very interesting. And then you again go to say that no one listens to you at home. And so you decided to find strangers who might lend you an ear.
Yes.
And also
how it
about the
started.
menopausal midlife.
That's how
I
it
mean,
started.
that's absolutely very interesting. What makes you define yourself like this?
See, I think, like I say in one of my jokes, that after you touch 40, I mean, people crib about aging and all of that, but I think the best begins after you're 40, because I don't know what happens magically after 40, that there is some kind of a weird attitude that sets in, and like I call it in one of my jokes, that I say after 40 our motto becomes PMS, which is Bhagya Jao Sab. So I think that's what the motto becomes, that you're like, okay, I'm done with everything. I've done all my sacrifices as a mother. I've looked after. I've done everything. जो मैं कर सकती थी कर लिया. And अब नहीं, अब ठीक है, हो गया. You also continue, but now you can't let all your, because as mothers we always putting ourselves in the back seat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. I've set the ground before the family. Now they can, take care. Exactly. Now it's time for myself.
Yeah.
So that is why, and yes, there are absurdities in the system, aren't there? Like so many of them, and so many things that amuse me, and they always like, I mean, so many things that astonish me that, oh my god, we're living in 2024. Still, there are people who think like this in our own families.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that out because there are, I think, enough has been said, and it will go on to be said always and continues about jokes about women and housewives and mothers and everybody joking about their mothers.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello. There's a lot you want to say about the kids,
Yeah.
about the husband and the family and all of
Not
that.
just be at the receiving end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there is so much. So I think it's time.
So
Time
did
to bring that
did
out.
some thought go into the CEO H&M and all,
So it's-
Coining is
Yes,
it is
so it's very interesting. It wasn't really a thought. I saw all of I used to see a lot of comedians' shows and live shows and as well as videos. So most of the comedians they have something as an opening line which identifies to them. Like all the famous comedians you'll see they'll say, "Oh, I'm so and so," and this something. They'll say something funny which will trigger a thought about the person in that first line. So I used to always find that very interesting. So I just sat down to write, how should I introduce myself? That was a thought that I want a line where I can introduce myself, that this is who I am. Okay, so then I started, and how we joke, we women amongst ourselves, I am the, manager of the home or I am the chief executive of the home. So my thoughts started, linking on to that idea. And then I started, interestingly, CEO H&M was literally the first, when I just started writing a comedy in 2017 is when I thought that I want to write this and I started writing jokes. It was one of the first jokes I must have written something on the first day. And in my 6 years of comedy journey, I have actually, but especially before I released the video, so many times I've removed it. It's not good enough. I won't do it. कभी निकाल दिया कभी डाल दिया show में ऐसे ही चलता रहा. Even after I shot the video, I was almost editing it out of the video. And I was like, इसको मैं डालूंगी ना डालो, I don't know. I wasn't sure if it's really great, whether it'll, if it's really triggering some thought process. But then I said, this is what I started with. Let me do this and let me put it out. That was the first reel I put out. And वही reel ऐसे viral हुई.
it's very unique in itself.
Yeah.
We said that, Jimmy. Okay. So, if you could tell us something about your journey and how did you reach till here as a stand-up comedian?
So in 2017 is when it started. I honestly didn't know much about comedians before that, except for Seinfeld, which we all have seen, in the 90s. I didn't know much about how it works and all, but I think in 2000, after this whole Instagram became very popular and all of this, and these videos started floating around and viral, बहुत लोगों के videos. That's when I started looking at the stand-up videos, and we used to find them very interesting, and the media was good. And then I started watching live shows. And I watched live shows of comedians. I was like, yeah, then some thought, like they say, "Kya tujhko dimag mein aaya?" And I said, I think I can do this. I was like, thoda kuch try kara ja sakta hai. Let me give it a shot and discuss it with my husband. I think he just pulled it off like one of those things, one of those things that she wants to do. Ye bhi karke dekha. Kind of thing. I didn't think he took it very seriously that time. He didn't know कि ये कर लेगी. So मैंने करा फिर try. I started doing it, and comedy is a long journey. So then I started hitting open mics wherever the opportunities came. Like 5 साल करा है अच्छा खासा open mics करें काफी and all that. And then main thing is always a video that needs to you need to work on a video that I put it out on the public platform for more people. That's something. If it goes viral or if it goes well, then it gets you the publicity and the recognition.
Yeah. Okay. So you have an image of yourself, generally yours a very different image, a sari clad Indian woman.
Yeah.
Generally, you don't find stand-up people coming in their ethnic dresses.
Yes.
So how did you choose that? As your style, was it a conscious image building or it just came?
No, it was kind of
be different.
Yeah, I for the like frankly when I was doing open mics and stuff, I was doing it in I would wear whatever and go. But when I decided to shoot the video, then I made a conscious decision of what I should wear. I wanted to be sure what I want to wear. What color. Of course, some colors look nice on camera. वो सब भी था. But then that is when I decided that I want to do it in a sari. And I said because my video was all about being a mom, being a housewife, and in the Indian scenario, I was talking about a desi mom and how our households are and all of that. So I wanted to portray that image, and also I thought it will be more relatable to women. My first thing was if I wear a sari and go, women of my age group, all moms, and not just my age group, like all moms, I think across India will say, oh, there's a mom
Yeah, there's a
who's talking about
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
That first thought, oh, she's in a sari, kuch to bhi attention span aata hai, So, when you see a video floating around of a comedian in a sari,
In a sari.
yeah, so wo thoda attention
That's-
span aata hai. So, wearing it for the video was a conscious decision for sure. And after that, subsequently, because people appreciated it a lot, then now, yes, I consciously wear a lot of saris. I love wearing saris. So it's not anything zabardasti that coming to me like that. I love, even before that, I've always worn saris a lot. And so after that also, I'm happy, like for all the corporate shows or the bigger shows or whatever. I really enjoy wearing saris.
And that makes
I enjoy
you
it.
unique.
हाँ, वो मेरे को अच्छा
That's
लगता है.
different.
I don't
Nobody
find that
otherwise-
image.
Yeah. No, nobody.
Yeah.
No one else we
Yes,
see in
yes, yes.
in sari.
Yeah, and I'm very comfortable
Yeah.
at it. I don't look at it like as just a formal outfit or something. I'm very comfortable in a sari. Yeah.
Okay, so how will you define your style of comedy?
See, my style of comedy is observational, to be very frank. Mainly, it is observational with a bit of storytelling. Mostly observational. It is mostly about, chota mota, some eccentricities of, of daily life, or some, like I was saying, some kind of observations about the patriarchy, or, our household, some little things that trigger a thought process, or maybe even irritation, or they trigger some kind of anger in you, that fight. Anything that you want to question, I think, is for a comedian. If there's anything that either makes you angry, or makes you laugh, or makes you feel stupid, or even makes you question that what the hell is going on, is when you start writing on that. Your thoughts start coming out on that. So my comedy is essentially observational, and with a bit of storytelling, because it just makes it a little more interesting, and you will talk about an incident or something. So yes,
And more relatable.
relatable, definitely,
to
of course.
your audience.
That, I think, for all comedians, at the end of the day, they have to turn it around and make it relatable, because only if it connects to the audience,
Yeah.
and the audience, it sets the audience thinking, oh, that happens with me too.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened with my home. Oh, yes, I think like that too. It's one of those things that by the end of it, like, for example, when you say a punchline, a lot of times when you listen to a comedian and he says the last line, the punchline, you'll be like, oh, damn, that is exactly what I was going to have. So it's that thought that did not come into words in your mind, or you couldn't put it into words, but the comedian has said it to you. So that is
And
how
make
it
you
is.
laugh also.
Yes, and make you laugh, of
Yeah.
course. So
Yeah.
it has to be relatable. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, I also find you using a lot of other some other languages. Like you maybe Punjabi, so you use Punjabi. So the language kind of thing, no?
Yeah.
They play a language plays a big role
Yes.
in humor.
Yes.
I think, and Punjabi especially. Every language has its
Of
own
course.
thing.
Of course.
So how do they affect your performance, and how do you adapt your humor, to different audience with this language?
So the thing is that my comedy essentially currently is, like they say, English. Okay, so it's 50% Hindi.
English.
English. It's essentially English. I think I would say about it's 70% is Hindi only. And फिर थोड़ा English आ गया, 30%, 20% or so English. Punjabi, I would say, is when I started it out, I had more Punjabi, but then I realized, it's difficult for everyone to understand it. Even the North India belt, Delhi and all, Punjab, people will still understand it. But the moment you go to Bombay, or you go to Maharashtra, or you go to, like, down south, Bangalore or something, then, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
So then, initially, I did have more punchlines in Punjabi. So it used to, because I was doing more in Delhi. So then people would really crack up. But then I realized those punchlines are not landing in other cities, So then, अब मैंने बहुत कम कर दिया है. So it's essentially that only. I think 5% is Punjabi. Some words are typically Punjabi, and some words, even when I go to South, like in Bangalore, I did a show, and there were some typical things which I did say in Punjabi, and I did tell people that I know you guys didn't follow it, but I couldn't have said it in any other language, because this is what it meant, whatever it is. People still laughed, and they were, South Indians who came to me at the end of my show, they said, we loved you. So we loved your Punjabi bit. I said, could you understand it? They said, no, but the way you said it was so funny, we enjoyed it. so it's okay. So I use now very little Punjabi. Punjabi comes very naturally to me. So because I am from a Sikh family, so we speak Punjabi. So, and there are some things that I've heard my grandmother say a lot. So वो दादी नानी वाली जो typical सी Punjabi है. that is there in me, like very deep rooted. And some are slangs that I use very commonly anyway in my language. So, I use them in my comedy as in let me just add a bit of flavor, and people do enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, but of course, if it's a completely like in Chennai, I had a problem. Chennai में तो हिंदी के साथ भी मुझे problem हुई थी because it's more of an English. It's either the local language, it's the Tamil or it's either this. So, so there, first time I felt that language can be a bit of a this thing, and there I think English comedy works more than Hindi also.
Yeah.
Yes, but mostly for me it has worked for North India parent, and even Mumbai Hindi works very well. Yeah. Very.
Okay, so now as you walk on the stage,
Yes.
and you see an audience, so how do you gauge the mood of the audience, or you already prepare it before knowing the key कौन से audience होंगे, so I have to speak this. How do you play it out?
See, for any comedian, there's a most of the show and acts that you're putting up is a scripted act. It's a scripted act. 95% I would say is a scripted act. Maybe 90 for some, maybe 85 for some, but still most of the percentage is a scripted act because the jokes that you're doing for 1 hour on a stage are tried and tested jokes over multiple open mics.
Oh.
I've heard, very senior comics say that we test each joke. But each joke, I mean, literally every 2 minutes of the sentence, whatever, every 2 minutes or every punchline, they've tested it 100 times in an open mic in front of a smaller audience first before they put it in a 1 hour set.
Oh.
So that is why it's a very long process to have a 1 hour set ready.
Oh.
That this is a 1 hour that I've tried and tested over multiple shows. So I know this will work. And these are jokes that people will laugh at. Like at least I would say 98% people have to laugh. Only then they are good jokes.
Absolutely.
2% if they have not worked, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if they're not working 50% of the time, no, they're not good jokes. So you cannot hide the audience. So that is how it works for most comedians. So most of the act is always scripted. It's a set that I'm deciding this is what I'm going to do today. I cannot change it last minute. So when I go to the audience, and I see how the format of a comedy show is work. There's always an opening act. Usually for a 1 hour show, there's an opening act. A fairly new comic or somebody who's a younger comic who's just started out work. So it's a good opportunity to give them a chance also to give perform in front of a large audience, and also their job is to set the stage, set the mood.
Oh.
So they go on stage first and they say, hi, they talk to the audience and warm up and they explain the format. A lot of people are very conscious of laughing also. I'm telling you,
That's interesting.
you have to tell them that you're here for a show.
Okay.
People look at each other and then that और वो corporate shows में बहुत होता है लोग popular होते हैं boss बैठे साथ में कि अच्छा हंसे कि ना हंसे
I thought that was just in Forge, where they were ordered to laugh.
No. Even in corporate shows होता है, even normal civil shows sometimes women look like their husbands की बुरा ना मानते हैं और ये हमें हंसतू की बनाओ. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's literally, even if I don't have an opening act for a show, I make sure I tell them that, hi guys, we are here for an opening, comedy show, so just relax, we're here to laugh, I'm here to crack some jokes, we're here to laugh. Koi kya na? There's nobody judging you for laughing. Don't say, enjoy karo. Enjoy your show. So you literally have to tell the audience and then they're like, okay, thoda relax. Tab bhi people look haste. Okay. So first 5-10 minutes is very important. First 5 minutes is very important. You have to get the audience on your side. You have to warm up the audience. Even the opening act भी थोड़ा करता है. आपको भी stage पे जाके, अगर आपने पहले 5 मिनट में किसी audience से बात कर ली, किसी को offend कर दिया, या कुछ ऐसा bad joke मार दिया जो relate ना कर पाए, तो audience ही ना relate कर पाए, so वो suddenly ना audience ऐसे हो जाती है.
Okay.
ये हम कहाँ आ गए? And sometimes they don't open up for half an hour. Sometimes they don't open up for the entire show.
They come here for the comedy.
People, they just get conscious. अरे बहुत है, अरे दुनिया बहुत बैठी है comedians से offend होने वाली. हम तो कह रहे थे कि भैया politicians से offend हो जाओ, हमसे क्यों offend हो रहे? So, but हो जाते हैं. So the first 5 minutes for every comedian are very very important. You have to be you have to do your jokes which you know कि इस पे लोग हंस भी देंगे. You have to make it in a way that you've connected to the audience and you've got them on your side. The moment that you realize that yes, now they're on my side, अब ये warmed up हो गए, ये हंस देंगे, then you can roast them also a little bit, you can talk to them also, it's there. But yes, sometimes you gauge them. कई बारी front 2-3 rows में कोई ऐसे बैठे होते हैं जो थोड़े irritated ही होते हैं, जो हंसते नहीं हैं, या फिर दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, या फिर आपको पता चल रहा है कि आप अगर उनसे बात करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, वो ऑफेंड हो रहे हैं, या फिर वो जवाब ही दे रहे हैं. Then after some time when I know that they're not, interested, then I just, I ignore. Then I'm like, okay, this part doesn't exist for me. I will just look at the part who are interested. फिर मैं नहीं करती. I do not like. I'm telling you that's the case with most comedians. Then you just kind of ignore that part. They are either getting offended or they are, they're not comfortable. So then you don't want to trigger another thing. Other people are enjoying. Then you get, ठीक है, आप बीच में उनकी तरफ देख लिया, but then you don't engage with them. So वो थोड़ा cautious you have.
Or maybe then they only gel slowly.
तो वो हो जाता है, वो धीरे-धीरे and all of this is, it's a performing art.
Yeah.
The more you practice, the more stage time you get. I mean, even I'm learning, even I make mistakes, even now on stage, even I go and get nervous. And in fact, I think it's good to get nervous. When you're very nervous, वो show अच्छा जाता है. The day you're very overconfident, I'm going to kill it. उस दिन आप bomb पे हो गया रहते हो.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now, this world these days times are very stressful.
Yeah.
And people, I feel people do like seeing comedy.
Yes.
But what do you say? How is the demand of comedy and people's appetite for comedy?
Huge. I think it's really on the rise. It's really on the rise. In fact, if you see, I think लोग अब movies देखने कम जा रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है.
अच्छा.
हाँ, क्योंकि शायद अब movies देखने hall पे लोग कब जा रहे हैं, people are going more for stand-up. It's become like a very popular, art form. It's really popular. There are comedians like Bassi who are selling 10,000 tickets. And, there are huge comedians who, were visas. When he comes to India, oh my God, all over the world he's selling. So that shows that, like, Zakir Khan, he went recently to Australia. He sold 6,000 tickets. In UK, he did it at a hall where no Indian performer, no Asian performer has ever done a Hindi show. No other show except English have happened in that. So, that shows the popularity of comedians and of Indian comedians, how they're traveling all over the world now. And भरे होते हैं लोगों के shows, and people really enjoying this medium because, it's a light-hearted thing. It's showing you a face of the society. You're looking, it's triggering a thought process. I mean, ये नहीं है कि कोई तुम change लाने वाले हो society में. वो कॉमेडियन से एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं करना चाहिए भाई, वो अपना काम कर रहा है, सामने आया है, वो आपको यहाँ पे वो लेकर नहीं आया है. लेकिन it is, people are enjoying it. They're coming out a lot. Like अभी आप बुक माई शो पे देख लो कितने shows भरे हुए हैं comedians के. That shows the popularity. I think movies, because of Netflix and all, people have started watching movies more at home. Yeah.
So but this is more of an urban phenomenon.
हाँ, वो तो है.
But I remember when we were small, we used to go to see this Haasya Kavi Samman. So that was also the only difference that you're in the stand-up, a single person doing it. Haasya Kavi, you have so many of them. That was kind of comedy show. So
amazing.
And they went to the rural and district level. But stand-up right now, which you all are doing, is an urban phenomenon.
Urban phenomena. Yeah, tier 2 cities, tier 3 तक जा रहा है अभी. But yes, not more than that. Yeah. And also tier 2, tier 3 cities में भी जैसे मेरे लेवल के comedians अभी tickets वहाँ नहीं बेच पाएंगे ज़्यादा because
like you just went to Jalandhar.
I went to Jalandhar. Yeah, Jalandhar was good.
That's a tier 2 city.
Yeah.
But maybe because your town. So
yeah, it's my town. See, places like Jalandhar, Amritsar are still selling. Like there are places like Ranchi or these other smaller towns. तो इनमें भी बिक रहे हैं, लोग जा रहे हैं all these. But the bigger comedians जिनके बहुत YouTube पे बहुत वायरल हो चुका है, जो लोग जानते हैं, उनकी तो निकल रही हैं टिकट्स, बहुत जा रही हैं. But comedians like me, we are still building ground. Yes, we are also going and we also have a reach. I do get one odd mail or message from sometimes from Ranchi or Nagpur, ma'am, idhar aa jao, So then I'm like, okay, somebody see me.
South, like you're saying you went to South.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, so I've done in Ranchi, I've done in Bhubaneswar, I've done Raipur, I've done Hirwanagar. So some of these cities I've done ticketed shows. Some of these cities I've been called by a group or a society or private show or a corporate show. But usme bhi as a Ranchi, there's this lady called me. It was very interesting. I was very amazed, and she wanted to do a Women's Day event, and there was this group of women, who support entrepreneurs and all of that. तो मैंने सोचा था कि कि ठीक है, 70-80-100 लोग आ जाएंगे, वहाँ 380 आ गए, and then she said we had to close the house because the venue said कि no more women. I was amazed. I said 300 and all women audience came to see only my show. There was no other program.
हाँ.
So I was like, this is amazing. People are coming. She said, हाँ यहाँ पे होता नहीं ना कुछ और. तो जब कोई कमेडियन आते तो लोग बड़े खुश हो जाते हैं.
Very good.
लोग आते हैं निकल के देखते हैं.
So now we're shifting from satsangs
Yeah.
to comedy.
Let's hope that stays.
Okay, so now you tell us some very challenging time that you faced on the stage.
On the stage.
Yeah.
See, on the stage,
Maybe it's the challenge. Most challenging is, as you said, people don't respond.
yeah, वही है.
But
आने में सबसे challenging यही है because there was like touch wood, most of the shows I've done have been good shows where I've done my solo show of 1 hour. It's been good. But एक दो shows ऐसे थे I did for a hospital and it was for some it was patients who just gone through some transplants and also it was for patients के लिए कुछ recreational event हो रहा था. But that was a very serious audience. I mean, I died. I was like, it was never. I think I had to perform for about 35-40 minutes. They had told me to do that. And barring a few people sitting in the front row and some on the side, I remember laughing. The rest of the audience was so serious. I mean, they were like, I don't know. I felt that day, I felt like a real failure that, oh my God, I couldn't make them laugh.
Was it because they were patients?
I don't know what it was. There were these, because just before my show, they had this whole serious conversation about patients whose surgeries didn't go well, and there were patient families who suffered, and then how much money was spent. So this whole very serious discussion. And उसके बाद now we are here to perform comedy and make you laugh. Okay. So, and people were looking. I think people were still in that mode of loss and personal loss and whatever. So those things were still going on. So probably that connect never happened. They couldn't connect कि हम जबरदस्ती क्यों हमें हंसना नहीं है. We had a mood. It felt literally. I that day I felt very distinct. कि यार as comedian I have to make every audience laugh because that's what we are made to believe. Always that it's never the fault of the audience.
Yeah.
So I was very shaken up for a few days, but then I gave myself a little thing. I said कि वो audience बहुत दुखी था. I don't want to say it like that, but the fact is that I felt that yes, that day the energy of the audience was they were little shaken up, everybody. So थोड़ा stress था. So maybe that's why I don't know.
So have you ever been told?
No, heckler trolling. See, not in live shows much. Live show में heckling, luckily I've not faced much. During my open mic days, yes, when I used to go for, because open mics, you're sometimes, and when you've gone to test your open mics, you get to perform only for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. इतना max इतना 4 minutes वाले भी होते हैं. So उसमें क्या होता है? Sometimes I would be the only woman in the lineup as well as the audience. So 15 लड़के बैठे हैं. Average Indian comedy audience is 25-year-old male. Average Indian comic is 25-year-old male. So amongst all those average Indian 25-year-old male, one auntie going to test her jokes. And test her jokes for marriage and children and Gen Z and those boys who can be like,
what
are you doing, auntie? So there, I remember in those open mic days, I used to get heckled by young boys sometimes telling me, auntie, आपकी कितनी पार्टी नहीं थी आज, और auntie why have you come here? Auntie क्या हो गया? घर वालों ने सुता दिया. So they would say something. So that heckling happened in that open mic days. But since I did my solos, because solos में क्या होता है कि audience आप ही को देखने आ रही है, तो डेमोग्राफिक थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाता है, the age changes and all, and audience is coming expecting that we are going to see Arpia's show and this is what she talks about. So लाइफ में बहुत अभी ऐसे बहुत
सोशल मीडिया पे ट्रोलिंग,
सोशल मीडिया तो भयंकर. I can do a 1 hour talk.
So you remember any some bad comment?
Oh, lots. I can do so much. I have started this reels. I've started making troll pe troll where I'm trolling the trolls. Because I find the comments so hilarious and so bad, and sometimes they're hilarious. Lot of things.
I remember one you.
They say like things like they say somebody said आप विक्रम बेताल की चुड़ैल लग रही हैं. Somebody said आप क्या ये अरे बहुत आपके हस्बैंड आपको ऐसे काम करने के अलाउ करते नहीं है. आपकी जैसी औरतों की वजह से आजकल लड़कियां बिगड़ रही हैं. आपको रोटी तो वो बोल बनानी आती नहीं होगी, जोक बनाने चली हैं, आप बच्चे भूखे बैठे होंगे, आप चुटकुले बंद करिए और रसोई जाइए. But that is the case, and the bad ones also. very scary ones also. There are men who get so offended who will come and do rape threats also. They will do all of that also.
Yeah.
So very sad it is. Those make me,
Yeah.
there was a time when I was like, oh my god, what is happening?
This
Yeah, there was this joke I'd done on men about something. Oh, photo men got so offended. I was like, oh my god, and I got bhankar troll. I had to block my comment section, and they went to another reel का comment section. They said आपने उसकी reel आपने उसने comments क्यों आपने उस reel की बंद कर दी? अब हम यहाँ पे troll करेंगे आपको. किस की comments आप बंद करेंगे? I was like, अरे and somebody said आपकी जैसी बीवी मेरी होती तो मैं उसको जला के राख कर देता.
Oh my God.
Just imagine. ऐसी औरतों के लिए सती प्रथा आज भी होनी चाहिए. I get all that. इन सबकी फोटो खींची रखी. So, and then I started reporting to cybercrime. I've done that also because there was a time where there was this few people who I knew were throwing me consistently. I blocked them, but I think they came through other channels. Something happened. Then I went to the cybercrime. मैंने करा वरा फिर वो suddenly they got blocked. But yeah,
And
it's for every women comedian. Absolutely. Yeah, very sad it is, but it is there everywhere.
Otherwise, also in live audience, have you been heckled with some kind?
No, not anymore. Live audience, not anymore. Thankfully.
Okay. So my next question is: do you think humor reflects Indian society
Oh yes.
and the current issues?
Yes, of course. Of course it does. It does, and I think it's a great way to put it out there. I mean, we are not trying to change the society. We can't.
Yeah.
It's stupid to be expecting a comedian to change the society. If there are activists and politicians who want him to do that, तो हम क्या करेंगे? So, but yes, I think as a comedian, we do trigger a thought process. Through our comedy, when comedians say something about a situation that just happened or an issue which is really hot and flaring, and a comedian makes a joke out of it in a very interesting manner, it triggers a thought process. Oh, yes, damn, we are so stupid, we think like this. Because it does. It shows you a mirror. It shows you a mirror about how silly and cynical we can be as humans. Not about any race or any religion or anything. No, not that. Just as simple plain humans, we can be so stupid and cynical sometimes. It is funny. And how there are some things, no matter how much progress we're making, but there are some things which are still way back. So it shows a mirror. And I think it's a great way to show that mirror. मैं कहती हूँ लाखों करोड़ों इतने लोगों में किसी एक का थॉट प्रोसेस थोड़ा सा ट्रिगर होकर थोड़ा सा कहीं कुछ सोच रहा है कि यार मैं भी ऐसे करता हूँ. I should be doing this.
Yeah.
I think the job is done.
And what better way than comedy? To
Yeah.
get it out, instead of being very nasty or
Yeah. Absolutely.
So do you think you have any competition?
Oh, see, it's both ways. There are a lot of comedians
These days?
lots and lots of
Yeah.
comedians. And yes, there is competition, and yes, it affects you that there are people coming around. But at the same time, comedy is also such a beautiful platform that you are actually competing only with yourself mostly. It is how better you can get than your previous video, or how your next show can be better than the last show, or how your next special can be better than the next special, because every comedian actually is talking of a very different story. Very different story. Now there are lots of comedians talking about their parents. Lots of
them.
mothers and
Yeah.
fathers.
Yeah.
But सबकी कहानी अलग है. सब बहुत फनी होते हैं. सबकी कहने का तरीका कुछ अलग है. किसी की डिलीवरी अलग है, किसी का कहने का स्टाइल अलग है, किसी की लैंग्वेज अलग है. तो सबका स्टोरी अलग है. तो सबके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू अलग है. तो वो although we know कि सबकी मम्मी एक जैसी है, but फिर भी कुछ तो अलग है. And it makes you laugh.
Everyone brings nothing.
Yes. So I think the biggest competition is improving your own skill and getting better. That is, I think, the biggest competition is just with yourself. Yeah.
What kind of comedy you will not let to me? Yeah, actually, there are so many. No, I mean,
Yeah.
some talk of politics, some talk of
I think political comedy I'm not going to get into. Firstly, I don't think any comedian is now getting into.
political after a couple of incidents inside the.
Oh yes. Yeah. So if you want a career in comedy, then you cannot do political comedy anymore.
You better not do for that.
Better not to.
Yeah.
So
Any other which you think no, and I keep it. I'll just talk
I
of
don't-
society just now.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I would like to put myself in that box right now, because there are lots of things to be spoken about, and I don't know, maybe I will speak on them one day. And you never know.
When you
Maybe
can take
political
the risk.
comedy may also come out one day.
Yeah.
So actually, there are no bars. That's the best thing about this career. अगर आप जेल नहीं जाना चाहते या जेल जाना चाहते हो तो कर लो तो ठीक है.
So lately you also forayed into like
Yeah, a little bit.
which one do you enjoy more?
See,
Which is more
actually,
gratifying?
see, comedy in itself is also writing.
Hmm.
It is a form of writing because you have to be writing your jokes. You write and you rewrite and you rewrite and you write, and so much you have to, you have to spend a couple of hours every day for writing your jokes and improving them.
Hmm.
So comedy is a form of writing because it is first writing and then the delivery actually. So because in India at least most comedians we all writing our own scripts. So there are I mean abroad I've heard that there are cases where they have script writers and all, but also that happens at a very later stage when you're really a fast senior comic, and when you have tons of work and then there are people writing scripts for you. But we are writing our own scripts and testing them. So it is writing. Of course, besides that, I had been, doing writing a bit of poetry on my own, for my personal thing. Chota mota article here and there. Or chota mota I had been doing whatever. Lately, I've just I was approached by Rajsar Patrika to write a Hindi, hasya article for them for their Sunday magazine. Yeah. They told me every week I said every week की commitment मैं नहीं ले सकती अभी. So they're very nice to me. So they said आपके लिए कोई deadline नहीं है जब आप भेज दो. So I tried to send it fortnightly.
Papers do look for young and
Yeah.
satire. They don't carry columns.
Yes.
In magazines.
Yes. So I try to do every 2-3 weeks I try to send an article to them. But I like it because एक तो Hindi में मुझे थोड़ा it is challenging, but it is nice. It is fun.
And one thing is that you can get away with the formal language
Ha.
in satire. and in comedy.
हाँ.
So that's also accepted.
Yes.
They won't try to.
Yeah. They don't. हाँ. And I've told them as a bhai आप final आगे check कर लो. Don't trust me.
So Indian comedy has now become most mainstream in the last few years. What are the reasons you think? Why has
Or for it becoming mainstream?
yeah?
It's.
I mean, you've had shows.
Yeah.
You have couples at
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Many other shows.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Stand up is becoming more mainstream.
Again, same. I think people are looking out for entertainment so much because it is. Malika Dua. She's a very famous content creator. She's a comedian in herself and all. I was watching her for interviews, and she said a very interesting thing. And she was also referring to somebody. I've forgotten who she was referring to, but she said that for example, how comedians are paid now and how content creators are paid for making a reel.
Yeah.
He paid huge amounts of money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money involved now in comedy and content creation and all of that. And she said, I was asking that person, I'm forgetting who the person she was referring to. So she said, I was asking that person that, how does it work? ये ऐसे कैसे हो रहा है? एक तरफ एक इंजीनियर्स हैं, डॉक्टर्स हैं, वो इतना काम करे, वो एक कोई है जो महीने में इतना कमा रहे हैं, ये कॉमेडियंस को एक शो में इतना मिल रहा है, एक रील में इतने पैसे मिल रहे हैं. How is it fair? So he said, she said very interesting. She said that person explained to me. He said, at the moment, entertaining the masses is the biggest job ever. Keeping them entertained, keeping them happy is one of the biggest job ever.
And most in demand.
Yeah. So entertainment has become such a huge industry, and because of that, I think stand-up as a medium of again laughter. I mean, there's कितना stress है यार. People are forget adults, children are stressing on such things कि भैया क्या ही बोलो. There are teenagers who are going through therapies because of stress. So and teenagers are having heart problems and stress-related issues, health issues, and all of that. So which shows that while we are looking for entertainment so much, there's so much of stress. So maybe because this is a vicious cycle, because there's so much of stress, people are looking to unwind. What are the various mediums of unwinding? घर में बैठे टीवी देखो, ये करो, बाहर जाओ तो क्या करो, खाना खाने जाओ, लाइव शो देख लो.
Yeah.
So and comedy is laughter. It's just go there एक घंटा हंस के आ रहे हो वापस. You're just putting your brain behind, you're not thinking anything. There is nothing.
Yeah.
आपको कोई story नहीं, कुछ नहीं, आपको बस सुन के आना है, हंस के आना है, बैठ के.
Nothing more positive.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Any funniest or strangest experience you had in a live performance?
Funny or strangest live performance incident? Funny तो पता नहीं, लेकिन एक बहुत अच्छा incident ये था, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, gratifying लगा. Can I share that? Which was this, that part of the show that I did recently in Patiala, it was very nice. And after the show, There was a group of there was this. It was very interesting. There was first, of course, my age group of people who came and great show and great show. And I was like, okay, thank you, thank you. Then there was this teenagers who came. They said, "Ma'am, we loved your show, and would you like to come? We would like to invite you to our college for our college fest." So I felt very happy that my jokes connected so well to the teenagers. Also, they also liked it. And suddenly there was this group of older people, veterans, who came and they said, "You know, we want to invite you for our veterans week." I was like, "Wow! एक ही show में तो बच्चे बड़े और जवान
All ages, yeah.
all ages." So it was like the biggest compliment for me, as if I have been able to connect to 3 generations
Absolutely.
in one show through one kind of comedy. I think that's the biggest compliment for me. So that is a memorable incident for me.
So, what do you like to, sir, maybe some message to the aspiring comedians, stand-up comedians you'd like to give?
Just write, and practice, practice, practice. Don't give up. It's a long journey. Don't think that you're following your passion. तो वो बड़ा रोमांटिसाइज सा एक इमेज बना होता है that हम पैशन फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो वो कर रहे हैं तो भैया एक दिन में कुछ नहीं आता है. So practice is the key. Be disciplined about what you love. If you really love it, then give it your all.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it should come
It should come naturally, and you have to give it your all. You have to, be consistent. I think consistency is really the key. Consistency in any field, I think it is, and I think in performing arts, because you have to practice. The more you're on stage,
Yeah.
that is the only time you know that whether your joke is working or not. आप जितने मर्जी लिख लो 4 घंटे बैठ के, अगर आप स्टेज पे जाकर उस जोक को ट्राई नहीं कर रहे हैं तो आपको नहीं पता कि वो
You practice at home?
not at home, but actually on stage.
On stage.
और open mics होते हैं in these clubs.
Yeah.
where there are only, like I said, थोड़े से limited audience होता है उसमें 10 people भी होते हैं, 5 people भी होते हैं. But that is the only way to test your jokes. Yeah.
So, do stand-up comedians make money?
Yes.
Very practical question.
Yeah. So
Before anyone
very
wants to get in.
yes. So very interesting and very important question.
Yeah.
Yes, stand-up comedians make tons of money, but only after 5-6 years,
Yes.
maybe even 10 years, maybe sometimes even 15 years after they've been into the business. Only after, in today's day and age, when they reach a stage where they have gone berserkly viral, they've gone really viral, they've gone, people have suddenly recognized them, is when they start making money. So that's a myth that the moment you start comedy, you earn nothing for the first 5 years. You actually shell out money because you have to give money sometimes to clubs to get a spot, 350, 250, भैया मुझे spot दे दो, इधर दे दो. So you have to pay the clubs. Secondly, even after you're mediocrely, till I've started doing my shows, little bit थोड़ा बहुत आप कर रहे हो, then also you have to pay rent to the clubs to do a show. They have their own share. Book my show को show देना है, सबको देना है. So you have to spend your, आपको video बनाना है, you're spending 50,000-60,000. Depending on the quality of video, minimum I'm telling you is that much you spend on making a video and editing it and all. Then you put it out on Instagram, and then by the grace of God, if it works, then yes, you can. Then like they say, overnight. So overnight नहीं होता, वो overnight 5 साल से निकाल के वो overnight होता है. So like recently there's a comedian, very senior comedian who's become extremely popular these days. He's Naeem Singh, and I can give you his example. He's been doing comedy for the last 15 years. And I was watching his interview now that because after a certain reel, he's become he's like totally viral now. He's like the in thing these days. He's very popular with everything. And in one of his interviews recently, he said that, sir, आपको overnight success मिल गया, आपकी reel viral हो गया, आपकी overnight. He said, यार ये 15 साल बाद आया overnight. Nobody was watching me before that. So that is the truth. That is the truth. So please come prepared. Don't give up your careers to start your passion till you reach, even after you've reached, you become viral or some videos worked well and you started getting some shows and solo shows or whatever. You please quit your current, especially if you're the prime member of the family or you have your job and your income is extremely important to you, obviously. So quit your job only when your earning from your comedy has either reached the same level or exceeded the level of your salary of your current job. उससे पहले please don't. You can work double shifts, work in the evening, go for comedy in the evening, go for weekends, but please don't do that because the money comes very late, and it does not come to a lot of people also. So
Absolutely.
This one was art form. There artists होते हैं, इतने artists हैं आपको, even for any art form, because I'm a watercolor artist. I know from that side also. There are so many artists who make beautiful paintings. They are very talented artists and singers and so many people. But tell me, how many have made it?
Yep.
how many are earning. So comedy is just like that.
Same.
So it's an art form and it's a lot of
Takes
luck.
time.
बहुत हार्ड वर्क तो बहुत सब तो है ही, उसके अलावा लक बहुत बड़ी चीज है, किस्मत बहुत बड़ी चीज है.
Absolutely. That is
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So one more question is that is it a male bastion or is it male female both equal fair play?
नहीं, no, like any other career, this is also a male dominated career. Male dominated art
Why
form.
they get more opportunities?
No. Okay,
Then
so
how?
no, not like that. But there are more. What I mean to say is there are more men than there are women in the comedy scenario, especially in India. I think world over. I think hai sab jagah. Women are still less in this field than the men.
Do they get more opportunities? That or people are more interested in hearing men as comedians than.
So there's a bias. There's a deep sub thought process where they are like men are funnier than women.
Oh.
Okay, that is very popular. Okay, so I don't know. At the end of the day, it is how funny you are and whether your jokes have landed well. That it is. But there are certain kind of corporate shows and all which I think they would prefer men because वो होता है ना, वो बहुत सारे ऐसे corporates हैं जिसमें बहुत male dominated ही audience है, वो है उसमें फिर men will only get to perform more. That's what my understanding is. And besides that, of course, if you're a great comedian, if your jokes are great, when the audience is right, they don't care whether you're a man or a woman. You're cracking great jokes, you're on stage, you're making them laugh, they don't care. But yeah, there are more men than there are the women. And yes, the women are still, I would say, in fact, comedians में नहीं है, आपस में कुछ नहीं है ऐसे. ऑडियंस की रिसेप्टिविटी में थोड़ा बहुत अभी भी है. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, ट्रोल्स अब आते हैं ऐसे अजीब लोग की औरतें ऐसे जोक बना रही है, होता है जेंडर स्पेसिफिक जोक्स. इट इज सो सैड दैट सो ऑडियंस इज स्टिल नॉट एक्सेप्टेड कि कोई औरत आगे जोक बना रही है, मम्मी आगे जोक बना रही है, ये यूज आ रहे हैं फेसबुक थिंग्स हैं यार, मम्मी आप कॉमेडी कर रही है, यही काम रह गया. यू नो, तो दैट शोज की वो भी मेंटालिटी, हां, कि अभी वो नहीं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करा है लोगों ने इतना फुल हार्टेडली एक्सेप्ट नहीं करा है. But it is changing. But वो होता है कि girls, there are like I've seen comedians, the young women comics who are there, who are from small towns. You know, so the thing, this and other women का कोई नहीं बताया कि हम कॉमेडी का कि हम शाम को हम ओपन माइक पे जा रहे हैं, हम कॉमेडी करने जा रहे हैं, हम बता के नहीं आते घर में, या you know भी and that whole safety aspect, क्योंकि शाम को होता है कि वो लेट हो जाता है, हमें वापस जाना है, all that is there. So that वो थोड़ा है, हाँ, it है, वो younger comics को थोड़ा सुनने को मिलता है कि you know why are you doing it, this and that. So है थोड़ा सा, तो I wouldn't deny it. Yeah.
Okay, just before going, will you I mean, say something for the audience, some 2 lines or 3 lines or something.
2 lines or 3 lines. Okay, I will tell you the.
I will kind of enact it out like you do it on stage.
वो ऐसे कैमरे आगे बड़ा वो हो जाएगा, but I can tell you one another of this thing. This thing I was telling you about Vikram Betal, और एक और था मेरा एक troll बड़ा funny था. I'm just trying to remember. हाँ, ये वाला कि ऐसे किसी यंगस्टर ने लिखा कि मैडम आपकी लोकल बात, मम्मी अभी कॉमेडी करेंगी. मैंने कहा बेटा आप जैसे को पैदा करके ट्रेजेडी तो हमने कर ली है. So इस प्रकार के आते रहते हैं.
And one was that MS, you know, when he's acting, he say men's and you know.
That the trolls. Yeah. He said that.
Also good, yeah.
That he said, but men's have better brains than women's. I said, sorry, myself. I know, but what will you do with the brains? With the brains, the thinking is so small. Yeah.
So thank you, Priya,
Thanks
for talking to us. Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It was such a fun chat. Thank you so much.
So much.
Thanks.